second to see if this actually works or whether my internet falls over on its face again, like it did last night. Water, cheers. So Vivid Voltage dropped today. Big thing, amazing rares. Move the microphone a little bit so you don't have me too loud. John Sanderson, thank you very much for the follow. So yeah, that was a big thing. So Vivid Voltage exploding, it's being massive. People are kicking it real, and loving it. I better open chat. What is up, chat? It is good to see you all. Let's maximize you. Fantastic. All right, cool. We are online and we are good. All right. So, Vivid Voltage exploding, going real good. People are loving it, absolutely loving it. And why shouldn't they, right? It's a really good set. Amazing rares. Fat Pikachu. Oh, sorry, Rotund Pikachu. I'm fatter, right? I'm gonna call it Fat Pikachu. I don't even care at this point. Rotund Pikachu. Large Pikachu. Whatever. So yeah. No, it's pretty good. Yeah. Get on it, basically. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through an Eternatus V deck tech. This is not dissimilar to one for a recent tournament. And it's all about maximizing the amount of Pokemon you have in play, Darkness Pokemon, of course, and then using Eternatus, using that Dread End to end things. But we do have a couple of little tricks. So Crobat V is pretty obvious. These are very hard to get in Ptcgo. If you remember, we opened like 100 booster packs and got this one Crobat, which was pretty stonky. We were able to trade for another Crobat, so we actually have two for this deck. We run one Darkrai EX because of Dark Cloak, so each of your Pokemon that has any Darkness energy attached to it has 0 retreat cost. We run two, I feel like this is not enough, but two Restoration Darkrai GX, because Restoration is once during your turn, before you attack, if this Pokemon is in your discard pile, you may put it onto your bench and then attach a Darkness energy from your discard pile onto Darkrai GX. Eternatus, so the thing is we're not going to use Dynamax Cannon ever, like 4 energy is just too much energy. Power Accelerator we rarely use, so it doesn't really matter. What we want is this Eternal Zone. So if all of your Pokemon in play are Darkness type Pokemon, then you can have up to 8 Pokemon on your bench, and you can't put any non-Darkness Pokemon into play. It stops working if you do. So we're using Dread End, which is 30 damage times the amount of Darkness Pokemon that you have in play, not on your bench, in play. That's what makes it really good for 1 Darkness and a Colorless. We of course are running 3/3 line of Zorak GX Zorora. This is mostly for trade. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may discard a card from your hand, and if you do, draw 2 cards. But also because Riotous Beating. So 2 colors does 20 damage times each Pokemon that you have in play. So again, kind of like slightly weaker Eternatus, but in the same vein, pretty much the same style, which is awesome sauce. Okay, so we're running some Battle Compressor. The reason that we're running 2 of these is because we can really early in the game hopefully ditch a supporter into our bin and a Darkness Energy and 1 or 2 of those Darkrai with the Restore ability, just to try and get them in there. Chuck the Darkness Energy because we can Dark Patch it, that energy back onto a Pokemon. And that is extremely helpful. To discard stuff, we've got Computer Search. Computer Search is just universal for one of the best ace trainers in the game. I wish that I had never sold mine off when I moved from Brisbane like 10 years ago. Oh, 9 years ago, however long ago it was. Discard 2 cards from your hand, and if you discard 2 cards, if you can't discard 2 cards, you can't play it. Search your deck for a card and put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck afterwards. Dark Patch, of course, that I was saying before, this is an item card. Each basic Darkness Energy in your discard pile, you can attach it to one of your Darkness bench Pokemon. I'm explaining this really horribly. If you have a Darkness benched Pokemon, you can get 1 Darkness basic energy from your discard pile and attach it to that Pokemon. There we go. We of course are using a field blower. This is just a strip, like a tool scrapper basically. Choose up to 2 of any combination of Pokemon tool cards, stadium cards in play, and you discard them. 4 Hypnotoxic Laser, which might seem a little bit odd, but incremental damage is key. Sometimes getting the win because your opponent's Pokemon's asleep and hasn't woken up is great. So your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Flip a coin. If heads, it's also asleep. This also works with Dead End, not to be confused with Dread End on Eternatus VMAX. 2 black and a colors. If your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, that Pokemon is knocked out. The amount of times I've cleaned up a game because I've gotten a poisoned or asleep Pokemon and just killed them with Dead End is just fantastic. We of course running 4 quick balls. Pretty obvious. Discard an energy into your discard pile to go and get a basic Pokemon. You can discard anything that you need, but we're running dark patches so you can get it back. We of course have a rescue stretcher just in case. Pretty key if they knock out a Crobat or something and you need it back on your bench, especially with Crobat, so that the Crobat can use its dark asset ability. Remember, that's once per turn. I've made that mistake so many fucking times. We are running 3 copies of Ultra Ball because we can discard 2 cards to it and go looking for any Pokemon. 4 versus Seeker. Again, a card that I wish I'd never sold off when I equipped Pokemon the last time. Parallel City. This is just to reduce your opponent's side of the board, not yours. You don't care about any of this. It's this text up here that says that your opponent's bench is reduced to 3. Because it works against, your mirror matches and stuff like that. We have 1 Ace Roller. Put one of your Pokemon that has any damage counters in it and all cards attached into your hand, so that can save you from losing prizes. We have 1 Colress. This is from Plasma. Shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw a number of cards equal to the number of benched Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. Generally speaking, late game you're going to have a lot of benched Pokemon, so it can be very, very useful. We have 1 Guzma. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon, and if you do, switch your Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. Again, because we're running Darkrai EX with Dark Cloak, can be very good. We can just basically use it as a free switch. We do have a Pokemon Ranger, which I haven't actually used at all, but it's a just in case. Remove all effects of attacks on each player and their Pokemon. Thank you, Ptcgo. Please update your gender pronouncing to them, they, their, which you have not done, and yet Magic has. So who's the fool now? I mean, still Magic, but whatever. We of course have Professor Juniper running 2 of those. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. Pretty obvious, really. Float Stones. Pokemon on the card that this card is attached to has no retreat cost. And of course, we're running 8 energies. Before we go and play this deck, a couple of things. The first one is thank you very much, guff.com.au, for sponsoring this channel. You are the best, and we love you very much. Second one is let's go and open 15 Vivid Voltage Ptcgo boosters and see what goodness or badness we can crack. Bear in mind, it's quite hot here in Australia right now. Okay, that's pretty boring, Whale Lord. Aromatic Energy. As long as this energy is attached to a Pokemon, it provides green. The green Pokemon, or I'm just going to call it green, I don't care. Pokemon this is attached to recovers from all special conditions and can't be affected by special conditions. All of the uncommon, all the uncommon energies in this set aid with recovery, basically. So I don't know how that's going to affect things moving forward, or whether people are going to be playing extras. I guess we will see. Electrode. Buzz Up Generator. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may search your deck for up to 2 electric energy cards and attach them to your energy Pokemon, your electric Pokemon, in any way you like. Then shuffle your deck. if you search your deck in this way, this Pokemon is kind of old, which is fine. So quick energy. The Pokemon VMAX this card is attached to gets minus 100 HP and is knocked out by damage from an attack. That player takes one fewer prizes. Okay. Whatever. It's a card that I'm sure is going to make a small splash, and everyone's going to forget about. Be running like some niche decks with some weird tricky tricks. Torrential Awakening. This Pokemon has a memory capsule attached. Fire Pokemon in play, both yours and opponents have no abilities. Sure, that sounds fine. It's a waste of card, really. Zygarde. Come on. Show us something really cool. So, of course, Vivid Voltage has released. We will be doing a group break next Friday. So, not as in this Friday, today Friday, but Friday next week. And that is $40 per person, per spot. And there are, I think, 10 spots in the break, assigned by type, Pokemon type. Also, you can buy an additional spot if you already have a spot. Your additional spot will cost $35. It's all inclusive, so you'll get rares or better. I think is what we have it down as, or holo rare and better. I think it's rare and better. And so you won't keep any of the base cards, but if you want to keep the base cards, we can certainly work that out. It's like an extra couple of bucks. It's really nothing. But the person who cracks the least value out of the 2-box break, so $40 for 2-box break, will actually get all the code cards. So hopefully we'll have some people cracking some Pikachu's and stuff like that. We'll absolutely see what happens. I guess the other thing I should say as well, and oh, look at that, that's pretty. Alice does a go. Hey, we got an Aegis/V/Sonic Edge. Sonic Edge, this attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. What a shit Pokemon. It's just shit. Alright, so the other thing that's happening next Friday is Shiny. So what is Shiny exactly? Well, Shiny V is going to be next Friday. And it is a 10-pack booster box. Unlike our usual group breaks, this one is done by the booster. So this means that each 10-card booster can be claimed. Once you claim it, it is $20, including postage. All of our breaks always include postage. It does not include international postage, but we can work that out. It's only a couple of extra bucks, like an extra $2 or $3. So nothing, really, like in the grand scheme of things. So, how does this work? Well, 10 boosters, 10 spots. That's how it works. So, you, friends and family, me your $20 through PayPal, and then we open the booster box. Everyone's assigned a booster. So, we will put names on the boosters before we open them. Then we crack the booster live on stream. You get to see what you've cracked. Then we post it out after a couple of days. So, generally on the Tuesday, we will post our packages to everyone, and they'll receive everything in their booster. Now, the reason we do everything is because it's Japanese product, which is a little bit different. I personally would like to just take everything. However, it's a $20 booster. We want to make sure that you get maximum value for your money. So yeah, they are the 2 breaks that we've got coming up, which is fantastic. Alright, so we have a coating energy. As long as this provides metal, we already know that. Metal Pokemon this is attached to has no weakness. It's a weakness policy. That's fine. Pretty boring, to be honest. What do? Cursed Devotion for Bayonet. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may devolve one of your opponent's benched evolved Pokemon by putting the highest stage evolution card on it into your opponent's hand. What a terrible card. Well, I shouldn't say that because they've been known to like screw with people's maths, like because you can kill the base Pokemon and stuff, but probably not. Chichester Bath, which is pretty cool. But we do have a Togekiss V with White Wind and Speedwing. Yeah, pass. With electric decks, with the Turbo Electric is still around, and potentially even getting better with this set. I don't think that that is something I'll be running anytime soon. Hey, that's nice. Leon, hyper rare. During this turn, your Pokemon attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. Phantasmal. So it's very cool. Oil. Vaporeon. Alright. Flareon. Dialga. So what have we got? Incandescent Awakening. If this Pokemon has a memory capsule attached, grass Pokemon in play, both yours and opponents have no abilities. Snore! That's it. We opened all of those boosters. Alright, let's go and put Eternity to the test. Got it selected. Great. You can see here we've got like 3 days left. I don't think I'm going to hit the higher echelon, but I've certainly been grinding this out during my lunch times just for fun. Of course, tomorrow night we have a sponsored Wizard stream. Twitch. I wish I had my mods on so I could ban the shit out of you. But I'll have to do it myself. If I'm logged in. Hopefully I am. What do we want here? Eternatus V for sure. It's actually a pretty cool start, to be honest. Darkrai. Zorora. We go first. So, yeah, cool. Let's probably attach the float stone to our Zorora just in case. Then we can. Ooh, we should put Eternatus on the bench. Except we didn't have the float stone, so we didn't know, but that's fine. Okay, let's computer search, discarding the Professor Juniper and the Darkness Energy. Pop, pop. Let's go searching for Crobata these. Then we can Dark Patch. I guess Dark Patch under the Zora. Let's then Crobat. Looks like we're doing okay. We're dropping a little bit of frames, but that's fine. We expected as much. Oh wow, we could have gotten a hit off first and early. I think we will Floatstone just in case. And then pass turn. Looking alright. Meanwhile, yeah, I'm logged into the wrong account. Goddamn bot. Clicky clack, 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 clack. Gonna mute myself for a sec. We can certainly start panicking in just a minute, though. Once our opponent starts thudding our face in. I'm watching Twitch just go ever so slowly as it's just like completely dropping our stream. Oh, that's not the best. All right, that's fine though. Let's get a Darkness Energy and attach it to this Eternatus over here. Then let's Ultra Ball. This is where we can discard this Darkrai and probably a Quick Ball. We can go and grab an Eternatus V Max. No, we don't want to do that yet. Let's pick up Darkrai. Yep, that's fine. Then let's Quick Ball, and we'll discard. We probably should have discarded Acerola, to be honest. I guess here we'll grab another Zora. And pound our opponent's face. Looking good. Looking good. Tanking frames, because of Twitch we're tanking frames. I can't ban the person. That's frustrating. Alright, let's get away from Twitch. So I think because I didn't have Twitch chat open. Oh, there we go, block. Hey, I can do it from Restream. As the stream absolutely tanks because something is open that shouldn't be open. Fine. Let's make... Oh. No. Let's make the other Eternatus our active Pokemon because it doesn't matter. Yeah, if I was a smart person, which I am not. Alright, let's grab our Eternatus. Let's use a Versus Seeker. We'll grab Chorus. Oh yeah. Boom, boom, boom. So let's discard Darkness Energy and I think Professor Juniper. We'll go and get a Zarok. Not that we need to draw any more cards at this point, but means that we can start powering up a Restoration Darkrai so that we can take out the Salamence. Because this Salamence, swoop across, this attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon, but the worst one is Heavy Storm. 4 for Heavy Storm 160, but the VMAX is the one that we're really worried about, which our opponent doesn't seem to have. So, good for us. Poison you, put you to sleep, play an energy just in case, kill you. Alright, success! I've missed playing a good Darkness deck, I'm not going to lie. Dark decks for a long time were kind of the scourge They were one of the best decks in Pokemon, especially in Expanded. There was a time where they were just like a top tier deck in Standard as well. They haven't been that way in a while, since last season basically, which to me is a while because it's many sets ago. But yeah, there was a Zorak deck that was just totally devastating. Just the fucking worst. Alright, let's go Eternatus V. It's a bit sad to see all these Crobats in my hand, but that's fine. We'll work it out. We aren't going to be going first, which is good for us. For the most part. Yeah, we'll draw a card, why not? I will definitely play a Zoro, why not? Lickitung! Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. I don't remember what deck this is, but I remember I hate it for some reason, so that's kind of telling. Attach, poison, sleep, Ultra Ball, Crobat, Darkness into the bin. Go searching for. Ooh, that's not great. That's not great at all. All right. Yeah, we'll grab another Eternatus. Pop that onto the bench. Crobat, yes. Draw cards. Refill a little bit. Not what we wanted at all. Let's. I could quick ball this Darkrai because we don't want it in our hand. Grab another Zora for later just in case. Which we can just play now and that's fine. Then we'll actually use the attack that we said we'll probably never use, and that's fine. Attach some extra darkness energy to try and get 2 Eternatus online as fast as we possibly can. Just to whip it out. No, I still don't remember this deck. If you don't have any Pokemon GX or Pokemon EX on your bench, this does 90 more damage, so it does 180 for a 1 prize Pokemon. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't think it has enough explosive power, maybe, but we will see. All right, let's. Oh, that's gonna be a problem, isn't it? Yikes, yikes. Okay. We have no way to draw extra cards since we dumped the other Crobat. So if we play this here on the Eternatus, probably not going to be great for us. Yeah, it's fine actually. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get rid of you because we don't need you. Let's get rid of you. Do we have another restoration? Yes. Oh, that's fine. Card draw. Oof. I mean, not terrible, but not card draw. So we'll see how this shakes out. This could be bad for us. So with these deck techs, we usually do a deck tech and then 3 games to show off the deck. So we'll have 1 more game after this. And then I'll go back to my hashtag sponsored thanks wizards other stuff that I have to do for my other channel. So that is Cheshire Plays Games. That's a lot of damage. There we go. Alright. So let's kill the stadium. Let's Professor Juniper. Nice. Let's VMAX you. Dark Patch. Dark Energy onto this Eternatus. Equip. Limit our opponent's side of the board. We will then... Oh, you're free retreat. Retreat for you. Attach you over here just in case. Trade. Discard Juniper, draw 2. We don't need to trade again, so we're not going to right now. And we'll just start knocking out Pokemon. Again, I really do love this deck. I think this deck is pretty supreme. Do we have an Ace Roller in here yet? No? Damn, that's a shame. Because we could Ace Roller this back. Maybe we'll draw one now. Nope. I mean, we still might, if there is the chance. Ah, we got paralyzed. Wow, I hate that. Alright, let's see here. We're going to trade this Zora. 1, 2. Okay, we're going to attach... Yeah, I guess to this one here. Then we're going to use this Zora. I'm going to pitch a VMAX. Then we're going to Ace Roller our Pokemon back. Bring out our 180 that can be broken pretty easily, and that's fine. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get maximum damage on board. Or at least close to, because it's hilarious. Will it come back to bite us? Probably. Bam, 240. So the maximum this deck does is 270 per hit. So not really enough to take out other VMAX Pokemon. However, with Leon, that makes it 300 per hit. So it's kind of like that. Oh, it's kind of close. Looking alright. Yeah, you can Lysandra that. That's fine. Punch, draw 2. Do we have our own Lysander? No. Okay. Let's see. So attach. Trade a Darkness Energy. Then we're going to trade a Darkness Energy. Then we're going to patch. I guess onto this Eternatus over here. VMAX it. Patch again. Over it onto this VMAX. Retreat. We don't really need a poison, we can just knock this straight out. It's almost as if I know what I'm doing. There we go. Whew. So again, this Friday night, we have this is the next one. We have Vivid Voltage Break that is happening. It is a 2-box break for $40 a pop. If you buy a spot in at 40, you can pay an extra 35 and get a second spot at a reduced cost because postage is included, so your second spot doesn't need postage. Other thing is that we have Shiny V that is also dropping next Friday as well. So bear that in mind because that is also something that you can get in on. This might be a hard one for us. Shiny V is $20 per booster, and you get everything in your booster. It includes postage, top loaders, padded bags, sleeve, team bag, all that goodness to make sure that your cards are fresh. So get in on that. For more details, go to facebook.com/groups Chesh Breaks, DHESH, Chesh, BREAKS, Chesh Breaks. This stream, of course, is brought to you by guff.com.au for all of your awesome gaming needs. They are my supplier. They are where I get Pokemon cards from, and that's where you should get Pokemon cards too from as well. Hey, because Jim's a really nice guy. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Oh, okay, cool for family. Gengar deck. Alright, sure. Let's start committing. Let's trade. You know what? What we're going to do is we're going to pitch those two, and we're going to go and get a Crobat. Now, what do? Horror House. Your opponents can't play any cards from their hand during their next turn if this Pokemon has at least one extra Psi Energy, which doesn't matter. Okay. Your opponent reveals their hand. Oh, okay. Let's do some of that, shall we? That sounds great. Oh, I get too many training cards. We don't want to have these cards in our hand. All right, let's pop 1, 2. Done. You are going to search for Eternatus. Poison our opponent. Put him to sleep. Speedball. Restoration. We don't need the Ranger. And I'm a bit dubious about a better Darkness Energy. Then let's Trickster. Now let's have a look. So Ultimate Rate. Search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards. Attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Poltergeist. Your opponent reveals their hand. This does 50 damage for each training card. I feel like that's the one to use. Let's see what happens here. 2, 3. Only 100. Oh, 300 weakness. I didn't even think about the weakness. Hey! Our opponent's just like, what the shit was that? That was the sound of me winning, my friend. That was the sound of me winning. There you go. A little bit of sexy ASMR. Asthma. Little bit of asthma for you. Alright, let's see. You're gonna kick my ass, aren't you? GGN, discard one of your opponent's Pokemon or cards attached to it. Free fighting energy to it. Just dragon anyway. Okay, sure. That wasn't much. We can live with that. Darkness living in me. Sorry, I was about to do the whole like Metallica thing, and I'm like, not funny anymore, is it? It's not funny. We're gonna trade. I feel like we're gonna actually trade the Eternatus V, although we should have kept it. We're an idiot. That's fine. Let's versus Seeker. Ooh. That could be fun. Yep. You haven't retreated yet. So, good thing is that we're we can just start wailing on our opponent. There's not really a whole lot they can do about it just yet. Oh, that's a bit rough. That's a bit rough, mate. Capture energy. Okay. Darkness energy. One to you for sure. Cool. Yeah, we've only played one Crobat, so let's computer search. Probably didn't even actually need to do it that way, but that's fine. Draw some cards. That's what we're looking for. We're going to grab another Zorua. Trade a ball. Cool. Then we're going to Dark Patch. Onto our VMAX. Retreat for the VMAX. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. No resistance. Bam. Win the game. There it is, 3 for 3. This deck is really cool. Darkness decks are back, baby. They are back. I love how much this deck can draw. There is a few things that do stop it in its tracks. Fighting decks especially